No idle chit chat this time. Let's just fucking go.
You're excited. You want to get straight into this.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I want to go home. No, I love being here. What am I talking about? I love our customers. And what are not customers?
As if you're not excited for this.
I love our viewers. Yeah, I'm excited about this.
All right. So tonight's episode, we have finally gotten all the boards that we are taking to Japan on our Japan trip. You leave very soon. And
8 days.
And I am a couple weeks after you until I meet you.
Yeah.
And behind us is the 7 boards.
Yeah, 7 boards.
That's
a record.
We are taking over to demo and test and try out.
Yeah, I think last year we took 6. Last time we took 6.
And a lot of them were the same too. Like it was crossover.
Yeah, we were riding similar shit. This time we're riding very different stuff.
We don't have a single board that's the same.
No.
So 7 complete different boards. So we thought we would do a little like rundown of why we've picked these boards and what it is about them that has drawn us to want to ride them.
So welcome to the broadcast, episode 42, maybe 3, whatever.
I think you're on track. I think that's right.
42?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Half century coming soon. We're going to drink whiskey on the half century. Might have to get an Uber home. Well, why don't we start with, I've got 4, so maybe I should go first, then we'll end better.
Yeah.
The reason why we're choosing these boards and why we want to take them to Japan, like we're going to document this Japan trip, the one that Claire and I do together, so that you guys see that we don't just talk about these boards in the store, we're actually riding them, and we have a very good understanding of what we're selling people and why we're selling it to people. And we're not just hunters that are just selling you guys any old shit. Like, we want you to have the best experience. So we go out of our way to try as much stuff as we can. So yeah, I've kind of hand chosen my sort of quiver this year.
Yeah.
I really, there was a very specific mindset about how I went about it.
Can I also just interject, because also this coming Australian snow season, also every Australian snow season, the brands will do demo days down at Perisher Falls, Bulla, all of that, where they'll have a tent set up with all of these boards for you to go try. So if something is appealing to you and you want to test it, then
there's certain days you can go do
You can go down and ride these exact boards.
Yeah, pretty much. All of them, I think. I've got 3 2025 boards, 1 2024 that I think might be carrying over.
Yeah. So run us through your lineup, starting here.
Salomon HPS Volley Fish. Salomon HPS Volley Fish.
Sweet. Next one.
K2 Almanac.
You can sit back.
153.
You're like on the edge of your seat.
I'm excited about these 3. Well, a 154 Salomon Jetstream, new board, never seen before.
And it is replacing the
Dance Hall Pro. Yeah. Not the Dance Hall. The Dance Hall stays, but that's going to be a replacement for the Dance Hall Pro. Cool. So it'd be interesting to see if they've improved it.
Last one.
Canoe Gremlin.
Which we've talked about. You've done a review on. It's been mentioned
I've done a review on the older models, but yeah, I don't think there's been any major upgrades or changes.
Yeah. So let's quickly run through your sizing.
153 in the Volley Fish. 153 in the K2 Almanac. 154 in the...
153?
No, it's the 54.
It says it on the side.
Shit, 153. I've got 3 153s.
So a 153, 153, 153.
And a 155. I'm mixing it up.
The Gremlins are 155?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shit. I didn't realize there were 3 of them were 153s. They're technically not all the same fucking length, though. I can tell you that. You can look at it and see they're not all the same length, but who knows how they measure these things.
All right, so Now, give us a run through of why you have chosen to demo these 4 boards to the camera, not to the wall. You were about to do it for yourself.
Well, I mean, honestly, I wanted to be able to understand better the differences between them. Like, we sell all 3, right? We're going to have all 3 of these boards for next season.
Yep.
And on paper,
Not 4?
well, 4, yeah. Sorry. These 3 are very similar, is my point. Like,
Okay, so this
so
one's
that's a powder board. So the volley fish,
due to the fish. I don't know
yeah,
if you can see it or not.
it's got a fish tail. Like, it's the board I'll ride if it gets deep. Yeah, just be careful. Ah. Yeah, there's the tail. So for those of you listening, that was a waste of time. For those of you watching, you just saw a tail. That's the board I'll ride if it gets crazy deep, like anything over my knees kind of, or even waist really.
So waist deep, you're taking the fish.
Yeah, I'd pull the fish out and set it right back, and it's pretty short, but it's volume shifted. It's a powder board, so it's got a massively wide nose and it'll float me. I'm only 77-ish kilos, 78 kilos. And it's,
so for reference for people, you're rough high 70s?
177 centimeters and 177 centimeters and 77-ish kilos. So
and size 10 foot.
Size 9.5 foot.
Size 9.5. Cool.
And I ride the same boot binding combo with all of them. I won't change my boots and bindings. So you're getting a board review, not a setup review, because I think they're stupid. I think if you switch your bindings and your board and then review one or the other, you're not getting an accurate description. You need to stick with something.
You need to have a constant and change one thing.
Yeah,
to
and
get
my
proper.
constant is my boots and bindings.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So first board, obviously for me, is the volley fish, deep powder, big rocker at the nose, full of tech, really light. They call it their ghost core, I think, super light. I've actually done a review on that board on YouTube, so you can just look it up.
It's on our page already.
If you want to know more about that board, suss that out. Yeah. All right.
All right. So that's your outlier board. Yeah. Well, let's go through all of yours. Now you've got 3 behind you, the K2, the Salomon and the GNU, that are all very similar shape, very similar size.
Yeah.
So why take these 3?
So I can actually compare them. I don't think they're going to ride similar at all. I think, like, my guess is that the GNU Gremlin, I know how it rides. It's an aggressive version of an Orca. It's like still got a tiny bit of rocker in the middle, but it's pretty much camber underfoot. It's more or less camber with just this slight rocker in the middle and big nose, short, stiffish tail. So it's going to be quite a fun board to ride on hard pack and in powder. I think it'll be very comparable to, say, an Orca, a Mind Expander, a Transition Finder from Karua. It'll be close to all of those with a better base than most of the boards out there. So, handmade, beautiful boards, GNU, Gremlin.
Cool. Next one along.
Jetstream. No one knows.
It is a brand new board.
Brand new board.
It's replacing the Dancehall Pro.
Yeah. Look, it's a bit of a mystery. There's not a lot of tech. I hit Salomon up to find out what's in it, and there isn't a lot of information. It seems to just have everything the Dancehall has in it.
There's been a lot of hype around the Dancehall.
Yeah, Dancehall Pro, not Dancehall. Dancehall continues on. It's going to be available next year, or this year, sorry, and late this year. It's 2025, right?
Yep.
So yeah, this year. It's it will be readily available, and when I say readily, I mean red. It's red top sheet, red base, the Dancehall.
So you'll go extra fast.
Yeah, it's going to be fast. But yeah, this is not replacing that. This is replacing the Dancehall Pro. So I presume it's got carbon everywhere, and I'm excited to ride these 3 boards. And then the third one is the Almanac, which is a K2 board. I think I said last week on the podcast, crazily, which is hard for me to believe, but the brands I'm most excited about riding these days are the ski brands. What used to be considered ski brands. I think they're now the best snowboard brands. And
Salomon and K2?
Yeah, I'm so excited to ride Salomon and the K2. The Gremlin, I kind of know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And it's more or less going to be my baseline. I'll do a few laps just on the new Gremlin just to make sure it's the same as it has always been. And then that'll be my baseline to compare the Almanac and the Jetstream. So super, super excited to ride these boards. The K2 has a carbon stringer, or they call it a carbon backbone. Super fast base, all the other features that K2 always have. It doesn't look as rocket at the nose. It's actually got, I don't know if you can see it on the camera because you're a fair way back, but it's got a free ride setting for your bindings and then a freestyle setting for your bindings. Then obviously you can pull it right back and have a powder setting too. So it's gonna be super interesting to ride that board. It's supposed to be very good at almost everything, which I always have said, bullshit. Boards aren't good at everything. This one claims to be pretty good in park, pretty good in like jibbing around and mucking around, and then pretty good in powder and pretty good on groomers. So I'm excited to ride it. One board quiver, the dirtiest.
Well, a lot of boards are claiming that.
Well, yeah, the volume shifting's changing boards. Yeah. It really is. Like, you're not having to have such big length, so there's no reason you can't throw it around a bit more.
Yeah, for years I would ride down in my park board, and then my all mountain was longer.
Well, these are the length of the boards I used to ride in the park.
Yeah.
Like 5'3", 5'4".
That's the size I used to ride in the park.
Yeah.
And now it's a powder board that I'm taking over, which is crazy.
So we will have tons of info on these 4 boards. I will have tons of info on these 4 boards. And you'll be able to watch during our trip. We're going to put stuff up live and we'll do everything. We'll do bits of Instagram. We're going to do podcasts over there, the whole bit. So what about your 3 boards?
My 3 boards are 3 boards that I have never ridden before.
No, it's crazy.
And I know, which is a bit scary going over for a month and
you'll be fine.
Not riding any, but they are all very different boards. Like, you've got 3 boards that are almost...
Yeah, they claim, well...
Very
I don't think they will.
Same shape, same size, same everything.
Yeah,
well, not everything,
just
sorry.
have a quick look. Even I can probably get out of the way. Have a quick look where the stance is set. So reference is probably there.
Those 2 are way back.
Yeah, similar reference, but way back here. And that reference is way higher.
Yeah, so those 2 are definitely set back for sure.
Yeah, and what you guys can't see is how much rocker there is in the noses and tails and stuff, but they're different. They're definitely, I think the Almanac and the Jetstream are going to be exciting boards to ride, and I think this thing will work really good in deep snow.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling the Gremlin's going to be exceptionally good in deep snow.
Yeah. Well, the 3, I am, for females reference, I am 65 kilos. I am a size 7.5 women's in US, and I'm 165 centimeters tall. How's your 177 and 77 and I'm 165 and 65 kilos? Really? Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, well, very odd.
We're very symmetrical here at Boulders, so that's a good reason.
We like to keep our height and weight ratio.
So.
My 3 boards are 3 complete different sizes. So in the Ride Psycho Candy, I've got 142 centimeter. In the Salomon 6 stick, I've got a 149 centimeter. And then in the Lib Rig, I have a 153 centimeter.
Which is shorter than the 149. Oh no, it's a tiny bit taller than the 149. The sizing's a bit wacky, hey?
Well, no, it's 4 centimeters.
It's no fucking way.
This board here, so you can see the tail, is a 142.
Yep.
And it is definitely volume shifted. So it is definitely wider.
So from a female's perspective, that's the closest to these boards that I'm riding.
Yes. Yeah. So again, these 3 boards all claim to be able to ride powder, hold an edge and carve and go fast, and also be freestyle, free ride / bit of park. There's a description on all of them that say that you can take it through the park and ride powder.
So we're
going to put it to the test. But Psycho Candy, I have always just wanted to ride it. Yeah. I've loved it's a kind of a hybrid between a war pig and a super pig.
Yeah.
Meshed up, but it's a female's version. And now they've done it it's more unisex, so men can ride it as well. So this is kind of like the girls' version of a war pig or a super pig.
It's kind of cool construction. So it's got carbon under your back foot.
Yeah, so it's way stiffer in the tail, softer in the nose. But yeah, full directional, wider width, which means that's why I'm riding it in a 4.2 because it'll hold more weight.
Yeah, volume shifted. It's shrunk. It's like it's a 150 that they've crushed.
That's what, gone. So a 4.2 is what I would normally ride in a park board. So super short for me for a powder board.
Yeah. It will feel long.
My normal size that I would ride in a typical all mountain board would be like a 146, 147, 148. So then going to the 6 stick, that is a like setback twin, but it's twin flex. Is that right? So I can still ride.
Twin. It's essentially the same flex all the way through. Yeah.
But it's tapered, so it's got a bigger nose.
Sure, I'm not sure if it's set back. It looks like it's 20 mil, 40 mil set back.
Yeah.
So that thing, yeah, go on. Keep going.
Powder, all mountain, still can claim to be ridden switch as well.
It definitely can be ridden switch.
Yeah. So.
Thank you. Yeah, keep going. I'm going to talk. I'm going to argue. I'm not going to argue. I'm going to ask you a question at the end.
Okay. And then the lib rig is what our rep from Lib has said that I will love.
Yeah.
So he's directed me towards this one.
Yeah.
Again, it is a tapered directional board. So it's way fatter at the nose, skinnier at the tail. I'm nervous about it being a 5.3 because that is the biggest snowboard that I will have ridden to date. I think the biggest snowboard I've ridden to date is a 5.2 in a fish, which is normal because it's all nose, no tail. So I will be interested to see how I go turning that thing.
You'll be fine.
But I know that Libs ride shorter, so.
Yeah, that particular board rides short.
It'll ride like a 4.9.
Yeah, I think you'll like all three, so it brings me to my question.
Yeah.
Which of the three boards do you think you're going to like the most? Because we can get answers for these peeps that are listening.
Yeah.
Which one do you think you're going to like the most? And why?
Oh.
Because I have an opinion for you.
Okay.
And then we can see who's right.
I feel like I'm happy to be proven wrong because this is just
absolutely. This is my gut.
I feel like the order I will like them in is number 3 would be the Librig because I think I will wig out on the length of it and how it turns.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion right now without riding it. Number 2, I reckon it'll be the 6 stick because I will like the playfulness of it. And the number 1, I think, will be the Psycho Candy just because of the shortness of it.
Yeah. Can I guess what I think you're going to like the most?
Yeah.
6 stick.
You reckon?
By a mile.
Okay.
I got a funny feeling that you're just going to love that board. I know you're going to like the Psycho Candy. I think they're a great little board for girls. I think they're awesome. It's a little volume shifted beast, so it'll be really versatile. I just think the 6 stick, as soon as there's snow on the ground, it's going to excel.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the Librig, so I'm going to put that at number 3. Psycho Candy at number 2. 6 stick at number 1.
What do you reckon your order is going to be?
I don't know. I think...
Well, you've ridden that and you've ridden the Gremlin.
I haven't ridden the new Gremlin. No, I haven't ridden a Gremlin. I've ridden an Orca. I know what a Gremlin is, though. Like, you have to be a rocket scientist. I know a lot of people who ride them and I've had conversations about them. And I know they're an Orca that's a bit more aggressive. So the volley, forget that. Just leave that one out of it because it's a fish. It's just meant for powder. My gut, for some reason, my gut is saying I'm going to like the K2 the most.
Number 1?
I don't know enough about the Jetstream to put it at number 2. So I'm going to put the Gremlin at number 2 and Jetstream at number 3.
I reckon you're going, this is my prediction for you. I'm going to say Salomon number 1, K2 number 2, and Gremlin 3.
Okay.
I reckon.
So completely different.
Yep. Yep. I reckon Gremlin number 3 because I don't think you'll like the stiffness of it.
Yeah.
Just the way you ride now.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
Yeah,
I'm not as
don't want to
aggressive.
see it.
Yeah. I'm not as aggressive.
Just
that's for sure.
But also riding powder and how you ride the mountain too. It's not. You're not.
Just have something about this almanac. It looks sick. I love the look of it. The purple and red looks sick, and I love the shape of the tail, and I love the shape of the nose. It's super wide.
You don't buy a board on graphic.
No, I'm not. I'd be buying that on every
Graphic.
And here's the other thing: pricing. $1,000
Yep.
at least, maybe more. I think they're GNU, so that'd be $1,000. Wouldn't be more. Almanac $899.
Yep.
Hillside $950. Might have gone up for next year for $1,000, I think. And we don't know. We do know. I think it's $950. Or it might be $899 as well. So there might not be much between these in price or tech, for that matter. They're very similar.
So all 4 of your boards are somewhere between 900 and 1,000.
Actually, the Dancehall Pro was over 900, so that's going to be closer to 1,000.
I think that isn't the GNU Gremlin like 1099?
Pretty sure it's not.
Okay.
No, don't think it is.
Cool.
So yours are in that kind of price bracket as well. A lib's always 1,000 or more.
That's 949.
Currently, but it's going to be 999.
Okay.
And the Psycho Candy's up there as well. I think it's 899 at least. So we're not fucking around with cheap boards. They're all high-end
we're
stuff.
here to put it to the test of whether, like, paying $1,000 for a snowboard, is it worth it? And is it going to be a difference between something that is $850 or $750 or $650? Like, yes, 100% that's going to be difference. But we're going to be able to test boards in the same price bracket.
And see what you're getting for your money.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that this is kind of a true board test. Like, I'm testing 3 boards that are similar. I'm taking that Wally because I know we're going to get deep days and I want something for the deep. You've kind of got 2 really long boards that'll handle that. I don't have that. I'd be screwed without the Wally because these are tiny, but none of them are very big. I'm told that the Gremlin will bash through deep snow, and I presume the Jetstream and the Almanac will too.
Yeah.
But even they don't really. I mean, the Almanac only claims to be a 7 out of 10 in deep snow.
Well,
So we'll see.
we shall see. We're putting it all to the test so you can follow along.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to click the follow button.
Yeah, and subscribe, you clowns. We're also taking over, I'm taking over a bunch of goggles to test. I'm taking over, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Like, we'll talk about everything we're using. We're both going to take over stuff to find out how well it works, basically. And this trip's about that. We're not going over there to not come back with information that we can pass on and then hopefully make your next trip a better trip. We're going to also talk about where we're going this time. We're not going to hide it like we normally do.
Yeah.
We might hide a few things.
Yeah. I'm kind of also like excited to like push the boundaries of like what girls think is possible for them to ride in terms of boards.
Yeah.
Like for here, I've got a 4.2 right up to a 5.3.
Yeah.
So like a lot of girls, have the mindset that I have had ingrained in me.
You definitely have it ingrained in you.
Of like, you need like if you go too long, you won't be able to turn.
Yeah, you wait.
And I'm happy to be proven wrong because I know that it is an old mindset and it's not valid. But a lot of girls have it, and a lot of girls don't, I guess, understand what the capabilities of boards are these days.
I reckon I can ride that lib rig.
You
You
should.
could probably, if you like the lib rig, there's no reason you can't ride these too. They're 5.3s.
That scares me, but yeah, sure.
They're a bit wider. That's the biggest issue, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, are they? How much wider are they?
I wouldn't mind taking that
I
out. for a
bet
day.
you on a deep day, you'd love these.
I'll take them out for sure.
Yeah, we should just ride everything. I'll give the Psycho Candy a run.
I would.
142. Fucking thing probably wouldn't be that bad. My feet are probably too big for it though.
Dude, it's wide.
Yeah, but it's not really. 26.5 underfoot. My boots 27.5.
Okay. Well,
Plus the
anyway.
lining's big. It wouldn't work.
Anyway,
The 6-stick might work.
we're really excited to do a legit,
Board
non-biased.
Well, it's a little bit biased. These are the boards we want. Well, we got to pick from anything, right? So it's a little bit biased.
A little bit.
These are the boards I wanted to ride.
But that goes to show, but we're personally biased. Like, I wanted to ride this for years and I haven't had the conditions essentially to ride it because I haven't wanted to take it down to Australia.
To be perfectly honest, I've not chased K2 as a brand for years, but the hype about them is so strong. Everybody's asking for the, what was that board? The excavator?
Yeah.
The Passport's being asked for constantly. And this guy's a brand new one in the lineup. It's only a year in. So I'm excited to ride K2. I'm super excited to ride a K2 board again. It's been a long time since I rode a K2. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited to ride that. I can't get over how excited I am to ride this pinstripe Jetstream. I've got good feeling about that. I just can't wait to be on the snow. I'm so sick of being here talking to everyone about the snow.
Yes.
Tough.
Well, you're 8 days away.
8 days. Please come.
I'm
quickly.
28 days. No, I'm
No,
not.
you're not.
Like 21?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then hopefully I can find you at the airport. Fucking hell. You know how worried I am about the logistics of this trip.
Because I've booked everything
Yeah.
for you
And
and I'm not there.
And Roey's a passenger prince. My wife is a passenger princess too. And I'm a passenger princess. And who the fuck's going to run the trip?
Rowie,
Yeah, no, we'll work it out.
she's organised as fuck.
Yeah, but she's not good at A to B stuff. She generally doesn't.
You know how to, you've got two very intelligent girls.
I
who are
think
coming with
Zoe
you.
could be the answer to that.
Zoe's the answer.
I'm going to go,
Strict-
Zoe, here's what we have to be and when we have to be.
Yeah,
and
I'm
she'll
sorry.
keep
You,
us
Rowie and Tia are out.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Zoe is the one in charge, the youngest.
The youngest, but she's also an adult now and she's pretty on it. We booked a trip to Vietnam with our best friends for our anniversary in September, and the group chat is nothing short of hilarious because Rowie, and we had a FaceTime on Saturday night, and Rowie's like, "Hey, just want to put it out there now. I'm a bit of a passenger princess," and so's Al, and Mia's like, are you letting us know 7 months in advance, 8 months in advance, but you're just not going to fucking do anything?
You're like, yes.
And it was like, yeah, that's kind of what we're letting you know. No. Dan and Rowie on that trip are going to be, whew,
You're
it's
going to
going
have
to be a
fun.
lot. It's private tours too, hey?
What do you
It's
mean?
just out the four of us.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, that poor tour guide, he's fucked or she's fucked. And we're staying, how's I
Fuck,
found
that
out?
one trip you should vlog.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely will. That'll be on Overlooked Pelican for sure. We're staying in a hotel that a train goes through. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? That's going to be horrible. And everyone's like, no, it's going to be amazing. Like, it's going to suck.
For the people in the train.
Yeah, it's going to suck, mate. The fucking place will shake. We're doing a 2-night boat cruise through the,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Cool.
those rock things.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't do good on boats, so that's going to be great.
I'll get Rowie to film that one.
Fucking hell. What else are we going? There's so much crazy shit going on that trip. It's going to be bizarre. So, yeah, after Japan, Vietnam. Woo! I learned how to cook some shit on that Friday night. No.
Bao
Me's not cooking, is it?
No, that's
Isn't that
just
how it-
putting cold shit in a roll.
Hey, this is a little off subject. Bet no one knows why the carrots in barmies taste so good. You know?
Yeah, because they're soaked, they're pickled.
In sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rice vinegar.
They're not. Isn't it rice vinegar?
Yeah.
Rice wine.
Or rice wine or whatever it is. It's like vinegar and sugar.
Vinegar, wine, and sugar.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I always just thought they were really delicious carrots.
No.
Turns out they're just candy.
It's pickling.
But you pickle it there and then. Like, you don't have to do it
And then you
long.
can leave it overnight if you want to.
Yeah, right. Well, we only left them for half an hour and they tasted great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did learn something.
Yeah.
There you go.
I learned heaps. I just don't care. I'm never going to cook.
Never going to do it again.
Never going to cook a bao bun again.
I like
too
that
hard.
one.
Anyway, that's this podcast. She's going to sneeze again.
Choo!
It's going well.
Sorry,
So-
bless me.
We will cover everything this Japan trip.
And you will get honest reviews. And this is like, as we said, we're a little bit biased.
We're biased towards these brands.
We're biased, yeah, but we're also biased towards what we want to ride.
And we're stocking what we want. Like, we're stocking the brands we want to stock. To be honest, like even if we wanted Burton, we probably couldn't get it because Balmoral are 10 minutes away. But we don't want it. Like, we've never wanted it. I've never asked for it. 28 years in business, we don't want it. We don't want a lot of brands. So there's a reason we don't stock a lot of brands. We don't want them. These are the brands we want to sell. And it's just super weird that we've ended up with two of the brands that are heavy ski brands. But I think their shit is amazing.
Yeah, but there's way more tech, like not way more tech. There is so much tech that gets developed in ski world that crosses over as well. So
I'm not going to lie. Go down there. Tell me that two sports haven't sort of meshed into one anyway. Like, skiing's pretty
whole
amazing.
rivalries gone.
Bullshit. It's such bullshit. And there's still core little brands out there. You know, there's Public and Joyride and all these core little brands. But at the end of the day, the masses are all riding brands that are being recognized, and they are gravitating towards these big brands. So
Yeah.
it's looking fun.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited to ride these boards.
I can't wait. I just can't wait to get the fuck out of here. I have no money. I have no idea how I'm paying for this trip. It's fucking disaster. No, I might sell one of my children's kidneys. Peace.
Take over your Nikes and sell them
do
in
that.
Harajuku.
It's not the dumbest idea in the world, you know.
Yep. There you go.
Tiffany dunks.
Take them.
I know what they're worth. Probably pay for but you know what? You go over, you get rid of this shoe that just keeps going up in value, and you get 4 nights accommodation, and then they're gone forever.
Yeah.
I'm never getting another Tiffany dunk.
Nope. But what are you going to do? Just have it sit?
I don't know,
in
they're
a
probably
cupboard?
mouldy. I don't even know. I haven't looked
Anyway.
for that long. Anyway.
Alrighty. This is our board lineup. Thank you for listening to why we wanted to take these boards.
And we're going to do,
And-
I know, sorry, go on.
No, that's okay. Go. Cut me off again. Cut me off again.
I didn't cut you off. Fuck you.
Go, Al. What did you want to say?
We're going to do our next podcast about,
Oh yeah, I guess the
sorry, I was just introducing her. Did everyone see that? I didn't cut her off. I introduced it. Go. Shoot.
keep digging.
Shoot.
So this obviously, the reason why we're doing these board reviews here is this is the top end of town. This is, if you've been riding for ages, you know what's up, you know what you want to ride, and this is kind of like you've been on that mid-range board or whatever, you've been in that intermediate world and you're kind of wanting to step up and push your riding and get better. These are why we're riding these boards, to tell you how they ride and what the value is of all these high-end boards. So the other episode that we were going to do next is the other end of like the entry level to boards, because we're having so many customers come in and being like, what do I need? What do I need to get into this sport? What's the
I don't know anything.
thing? Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah.
So we're going to do
Where to ride,
snowboarding.
how to learn, how to get your first setup, what to focus on.
Should I get lessons? Do
Yeah,
I need good gloves? Do I need good boots? Like, what do I need? Snowboarding 101.
Yeah.
Right, how do you get into this sport? And that's what we'll do next.
So if you've gotten this far and you do have questions, put them in the comment section below and we'll answer them in the next one.
Yeah, and for those of you that skate and want us to talk about skateboarding, there's nothing going on. It's killing us that we can't do more about skateboarding. But if you want us to talk about skateboarding, come buy some skateboards.
And also, we'll probably talk about skate more when snow season's over.
Yeah, that's
This is kind of our focus right now.
Well, it's
We can't talk
summer.
about everything
No,
in one go.
But we haven't done a skateboarding one for a while, and it's realistically, it's hard at the moment.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah, Tom Astor got fired, and the whole world blew up about it.
Yeah, I think.
Chris Joslin got,
Yeah.
the whole world blew up about that. Should have bought more Chris Joslin shoes if you're really upset about it, or you whingers. All right.
Anyway, like, follow, subscribe, click all of the buttons that you need to click, and we will
See you in Japan. Oh no, there's one more before that.
Yeah, and you can follow along to our trip because we're documenting everything.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to be over cameras and microphones by the end of it. Yeah. That's all good though. Peace. Have a nice one. See ya.